Hello, this is Ryan May with the Orange County Republican Party here, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick video walkthrough on how to use the Campaign Sidekick mobile app to do door-to-door canvassing. So the first step is going to be on your smartphone. Make sure you go to your Apple App Store or Google Play Store if you're on an Android, and you're going to want to search for Campaign Sidekick. It's going to look just like the app here at the bottom of my screen. It'll be purple and white, and it's just called Campaign Sidekick. So once you have it downloaded, what you're going to want to do is you're going to click it just to open it up, and it'll bring you to a login page that looks like this, right? So what you're going to do is if you already have an account created through our campaign, you would have got an email notification along with your username and password, but our username and password will be the same for everybody, right? So, or it'll follow the same format at least. So everyone's username will just be their email. So whatever email you use to sign up, your username will just be that. So my email is ryan@ocgop.org. And everyone's password is going to be victory with a capital V, the year 2022, and then an exclamation mark. So it is case sensitive, so make sure you get victory, capital V, right? Capital V, victory, 2022, and then an exclamation mark, okay? So like I said, once your account is created, you will get an email notification that will tell you your username and password. So if you ever forget, just go ahead and look through your email for something from Campaign Sidekick. So what you're going to do is next you'll click choose your campaign, and then our campaign is going to be California State. So you're just going to go ahead and click California State, and then you go ahead and click login, and it will take you to this, which just shows you how many doors you've knocked, how many surveys you've got, which is what canvas means, and the same for your calls. So today we're going to be doing walk. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the button that says walk in the bottom left hand side here, the purple button, and it will take you to this. This are the walk lists that will be assigned to you from our team. So just stay on under the assigned walk list column here, and you'll see I already have two that are set up here. You can see the number of houses. On the bottom one there's 81, right? On the top one there's 58. So what you're going to do is you can click whichever one you're going to be walking for the day. So for today I'll be demoing you these Los Alamitos walk lists. So you just go ahead and click anywhere on the gray rectangle, and it'll open up a map for you, okay? So you'll see a bunch of red dots here that pop up. So what the red dots are is they are just houses that have voters that we want to talk to in them, right? Obviously, we're not going to knock on every single door because not every house is going to have a registered voter. Some aren't going to have registered Republicans, and they're just not going to be houses that we want to talk to. So we'll sort out who we want to talk to, and we will assign them to you in a list like this, okay? So a quick little step I like to take is I like to click at the top, you see it says satellite and road. I like to click satellite, and what it will do, it'll give you just a satellite image of the map. You know, it makes it realistic, so you can, I think it gives you a better sense of your surroundings and helps you find the houses and walking much easier. So what you're going to do is if you were to start walking, right, well, you can, if you already live in the neighborhood and you're familiar with it, that's great. If you need to drive to the location, you can click on any of the dots and it pulls up an address for you. So you could just enter that address in your GPS and drive there, and it will take you right into the location you need to be, okay? So let's say we're over here on Cherry Street. If you see Cherry Street going up and down this way, say we're outside of house number 12, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna knock on that door, we're gonna talk to the voter, and hopefully we get the voter in person and we can ask them the questions we wanna ask them. That's what we're gonna be calling our survey, and we're gonna record the responses directly on the app. So how would we do that, right? So let's say we went up to house number 12, right? You click on it, on the little bubble, and it brings up some information about who lives there, right? So Audrey Pierce, she's a female, she's 31, she's a Republican. She's also living with another female, a Democrat, who's also 36, and she's living with Matthew, We don't have that much information on Matthew, but you see the star next to Audrey's name. That means she is the voter we are trying to talk to. That is who we want to talk to in the House, and you can tell she's a Republican, right? So what you would do is you would knock on that door, you would ask for Audrey, right? Um, and you would start the survey. So I'll show you guys right here. There's a little button that says select under Audrey's name. If you go ahead and click it, it brings up a drop-down menu of different options. The two most important ones are going to be available for survey or not home/left literature, the top two. So say you knock on the door, you ask for Audrey, Audrey's there, wonderful. You're going to go ahead and click available for survey. And it brings up a little script like this, right? It tells you first to make sure you're talking to the right person, right? It says ask for Audrey. So hello, I'm looking to speak with Audrey, right? Once you have that, tell them who you are, right, and who you're with. So we're saying I'm Ryan, I'm with a volunteer with the bipartisan effort to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. You'll be receiving your ballot in the mail soon, and we're here to encourage you to turn in your ballot and vote yes on the recall. Can we count on your support? So you don't have to follow the script exactly, but the main point is we're trying to find out if Audrey supports the recall of Gavin Newsom, right? So in whatever form you can ask that question, you can ask them. They'll give you a response. It'll either be yes, no, undecided. Refuse just means they unequivocally don't want to answer any questions, right? But let's say Audrey says, yes, I do support the recall of Gavin Newsom. I'm going to vote for it. You would just go ahead and click the button that says yes, and you click next. And then it will just take you to a question asking, who do you plan on supporting to replace him, right? So if it's Kevin Faulconer, you'll click Kevin Faulconer, right? If it's Larry Elder, you'll click Larry Elder, so on and so forth, right? So you'll just mark it accordingly, and you'll click next. And then at the end, there'll be a little button you see here that says finish. You'll go ahead and click finish, and it will record that response for you. You'll mark the address as complete, right? And then it'll take Audrey and it'll take this house number 12 off of your list. The bubble will disappear, and that way you know you've already hit that house and you don't have to do it again, okay? So just make sure, another good pro tip here is you don't have to do that all at the door. You don't have to be on your phone reading it, recording it as you go. If you want to ask them the questions, right, it's basically just, do you support the recall? If so, what candidate do you plan on supporting? If they're saying they're not going to support the recall, that's the end of the conversation, right? We're not going to be reminding them to vote. We're not going to be encouraging them to go out and vote no on the recall. But if they say yes, be friendly, let them know when election day is, how to get their ballots turned in, everything like that, right? But what you could do is ask them those questions, walk away from the door, and then record the response in the app, just like I showed you. You don't have to do it mid-conversation with them, right? And then you would go down the line, right? So house number 8, go ahead and click on it. It pulls up everybody that's in the house, right? So let's say Robert, we are wanting to talk to Robert and he's not there. Either no one answers or somebody else answers that we don't want to take a survey for, right? What you're going to do is you're going to click select, and there's a button, you'll see it, the second one from the top that says not home/left literature. You'll just go ahead and click that, right? You'll mark it the button that says left literature. And if you click continue, what it's going to do is it'll mark it as you leaving a door hanger on the door, and it will go ahead and pull that house off your list. The bubble will disappear. I'm just not doing it right now so we don't record it inaccurately, but it will take it off and you just continue down the line one by one at whatever pace is comfortable for you. And those are the basics of it. So it's basically getting to the door, make sure you're talking to the right person, and you're either going to record the survey for them and enter their information on the app, or they're not home, you leave a door hanger, and you mark it accordingly. So that's the basics of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to help in that's all. So happy door knocking. Take care.